Business Takeout presents
The Cocktale Hour with L.A. Wade.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl. This is L.A. Wade, aka Cocktails with L.A., and we are in the Cocktale Hour, where we have intimate yet sobering conversations about the things people thirst for in life and in business. Now, the platform is presented by Business Takeout, which is a not-for-profit that seeks to promote wealth, but who doesn't want wealth, and inspire entrepreneurship in all of those in the sports, arts, and entertainment industry, of course, culture. And today we are joined by none other than JaNae Armogan. Welcome today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and word vomit all types of knowledge and experience I can.
Yes, make it happen, girl. Because in truth, there are a lot of people that would love to work full-time as an actor, and for some reason, maybe the beauty, maybe the talent, maybe all of it has been able to keep you sustained. But before we jump into who you are as an actor and as a wonderful person, I want to give a shout out to Banky Designs, who holds us down in graphic design. Check out my website. This is lawade.com. She has just redone it. She does a lot of great things in terms of graphic arts. Take a look at this commercial. She's amazing.
Well done. Well done. It looks great.
She's really, really great. So all those who are looking for some graphic design for your work, entrepreneurs always needed that. So she's an amazing resource for that. Now today, JaNae, I'm so grateful to see you again. It's
likewise.
Man. And I'm sorry to everybody who's hearing me like talk like I sound like I've lost my voice. And it's because October is the birthday month, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful birthday week.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. My birthday was on October 11th, and
nice.
I'm on the 17th, and I feel like I've been partying since the long weekend.
Wow.
And I haven't stopped.
Good girl. Good girl. As it should.
This is what happens. So
it's okay. You'll recover. You'll be all right. It's okay.
Exactly. Now, JaNae, I remember meeting you and thinking, this girl is such a bright light.
Oh,
you were so, it's very gracious. The smile was so welcoming. I mean, I know you were in a server type position when I met you.
Yeah.
You definitely stood out because you're beautiful inside and out.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's so funny because we just came off of our last little wild card push, which is essentially around the time that I had met you.
Yeah, that's right.
Center.
2016, I think, or 2015, I believe. Yeah.
2016, when the Blue Jays were making their push. We're both baseball fans.
Huge.
Shout out to Kelson for bringing us together.
Hey, what's up, Kelson?
But since that time, it makes me think about how I always ask the question, where did you begin and how did you get started? So in order for people to know where you ended up, where you are, let's talk a little bit about something that you've been doing recently.
Okay.
And can you show us what JaNae Armogan looks like on film?
This is what Sam listens to during...
What is it, Canapon and Calamancherry is going on here?
We've got your latinum.
We've got Yoshida.
Looks like we got a draw.
What in the world? You look like that?
Oh my God, I love doing that role. That was so much fun. Holy smokes.
Tell me about that role.
Okay, so I am the original changeling in the Star Trek Discovery series. I was the first changeling being introduced during this time this year. Well, it was last year, but it was a huge deal because the Changeling hadn't been, if you're a Star Trek fan, you'll know that it hadn't been introduced for years until like the original Star Trek. So when they decided to take it on, I got the audition. My audition was completely opposite of what the role was. They're very, very confidential. So my audition was something completely different. I was an officer on a ship, and it was a scene that was already aired. Very sealed, very quiet. Yeah. So
for what actors go through?
Not usually. If it's like a big budget, yes. But like for Lifetime movies or movie of the weeks, it's you'll get like a scene from the actual script.
Right.
Sometimes, but the scripts are always subjected to change, right? That's
Sure.
the thing. So, but in those particular shows, like the big budget shows, they give you something completely different. And if they like you, then I got the call saying they wanted me to play an alien, and I was like, what? Mind blown. I think I ran around my sister's room like, shut up, yeah.
You know your sister?
Yeah, I have a twin sister.
I know.
And she's in the, of course, yes, you do know that. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
And
no, but they don't know.
yes, I have a twin sister.
I could be talking to your twin right now and I don't even know.
Very true. Yes. A lot of people who don't know I have a twin, and for some reason I never say I have a twin until the opportunity knocks to know that I have a twin. I have a twin. And we are fraternal. We're not identical.
No way.
Yes, it is. I kid you not. But I'll tell you this, when you hang out with us, our personalities are so different, you'll be able to tell us apart. But the first time you meet us, you're like, you're the same person.
I don't know. There is that video that you guys did where one person has their hair, I think it's you, has your hair wavy and up, and then the other one has it straight and blown out.
Yes.
Starts whipping it around.
Yes.
Is that the sister or is that you?
That's the sister.
See, I don't even know the difference.
Yep, that's my other half. That's my twin. Yes, she's older than me by 3 minutes, and she holds it against me till this day for anything.
That is so funny. You guys, so when you say that she's a little wilder, would you say that she's a little wilder than you?
She has her moments, but it was a TikTok video I think you're talking about, and she really liked the song. So we had a routine, let me tell you. So we practiced it. And while we're ready to do it, she just threw me off course and started doing that. And I literally looked at her, I was like, what's your problem? She's like, I don't know. I just really like this song. There's something about this song that makes me want to whip my hair back and forth. I was like, okay, well, we're using this take.
Oh my
We're
God.
still using this take because it's going to work.
Because it makes me think about people who have like, twin souls or another part of themselves, like the Gemini, the good and the bad twin.
That's
Do
true.
you
Fair
feel
enough.
like you have a good and a bad twin within you?
Well, I am a Gemini.
Are you really?
I am May 23rd. Yes. So we both have like, I don't want to say a bad side. I want to say like, bad is not the word because it's not bad. It's more, it only comes out when I'm like annoyed, or irritated. So I don't want to say bad because it's like only if people do like
don't mess with this side.
Yeah.
Or kindness this side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, everyone needs that side.
I don't do anything crazy, you know what I mean? Although my definition of crazy might not be, might be crazy for somebody else, so I should probably do that. But yeah.
So did you find yourself whipping your hair around?
Maybe to a song I like, yeah, maybe depending on my mood and maybe how much I've had to drink or how nice I'm feeling. Who knows what kind of mood I'd be in? Yeah.
Okay, wait, go back to the Star Trek thing because
sorry.
Saying Star Trek.
Yes.
Come on.
It's huge.
It's a big deal.
Everybody wants to be in Star Trek, even if you don't watch Star Trek. Because I didn't really watch Star Trek. I like the movies, and I watched the original series back in the day. Yeah. Because my mom was a fan, so my mom used to explain all the characters to me. And my mom was a huge TV show buff.
Yeah.
So she's part of the reason why I got into acting, because she would show me all, like, I'm a horror movie junkie. Let me just show you this really quick. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you've got what's this again?
The Fred Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Yes, ma'am. So I grew up watching these type of movies, and I think she's the reason I got into acting. She supported me full throttle my entire career. And she had this gift where she'd watch a show and she'd be like, you need to get on that. And the next thing I know, my agent would be like, I have an audition for you for this show. Mom. Yeah. So
really, I gotta talk to her. Maybe she'll speak some manifestation over my life.
Maybe, you know what? She's in heaven now, but I'm sure you could speak to her out loud. Yes.
Talk to her anyway. What's her name? Let's bring her in. What's her name?
JaNae Armogan is her full name, but Jan.
JaNae Armogan.
Yeah.
Janoris, we welcome you here in this space. Thank you for creating these two lovely beings. We recognize your presence here. Thank you for having her manifest into Star Trek and possession of the alien.
Oh man, I tell you, when I booked it, I just looked up and I was like, "That's you, Mom. I know it is. I know that's
Oh,
you."
that's
Yeah,
so beautiful. I'm so
I'm very.
sorry that you lost your mom. What an interesting,
Thank you.
not to like digest into that, but when something like that comes up, I like to follow that rabbit. In the
Yeah, of
sense that
course.
I know you're also a mother.
Yes.
And I know you might have to run out and grab him if he starts wanting to know where mommy is.
Where I am, yeah.
Yeah, but being a mom and having lost your mom, what
Yeah.
does that do towards the way you want to mother or how she's impacted you leading up to being a mother?
Oh, that's a good question. It's scary. The first feeling I get is scared because she was my guide,
Yeah,
and not having her here
I'm
physically
sorry.
is
Yeah,
frustrating. But
sure.
being a mom, it's I had him when I was 36, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. He came into my life at the exact moment he was supposed to because he helped me get through the passing of my mom because she passed 2 months after he was born.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so she did get the opportunity to meet him. I didn't wait the whole 6 weeks deal schmeal. She was in the hospital. She had a disease called pulmonary fibrosis. She needed a lung transplant.
I
Her
see.
spirits were high. She was ready mentally, but her body unfortunately couldn't keep up with her spirit.
I'm sorry.
So God had different plans for her. And it gives me comfort in knowing that she's with my dad, who's her soulmate, you know. So, but
Soulmate. There's this picture of you guys. It's a black and white picture. You and your sister on the bus.
that's my mom. Yep.
Tell you that, like, in truth and a little guilty pleasure here. I have a sister. We're not twins, but our mother and I, our mother, sorry,
Mhm.
um, we've always wanted a relationship that looks like that picture with
Oh
our
wow.
mother. And so I look at it sometimes and I always wonder what it's like to have a mom that is like that. My mom is great. I love my mom very much, but there is something special about your mother that is even, I can see it in the picture. So I'm
Mm,
not shocked by what you're saying or how you're
Amazing.
responding by it. You know,
Amazing.
what are you going to take from your mom
I
and make
have
sure that you do for your son?
Oh my gosh, my mom's personality, my mom's strength, my mom's side of nurturing. My dad was the nurturer, but my mom was nurturing when necessary. But she
Mm,
also had that bone where it's like, listen, the world isn't easy and you
right.
need to have a backbone. Like, especially being in the acting world, when I decided I wanted to be an actor, she's like, okay, listen, I understand this is what you want to do, but you also need to take in that it's not going to be easy. There are a
Yes.
lot of people out there that want to do that. So you need to have a layer of skin because I'm very gullible. I'm very sensitive. I'm
eh,
an empath. I cry about everything. I take on everything. I listen. I'm crazy when it comes to energy.
Yes.
So the layer of thickness and being able to say yes, okay, it's an audition, and once I'm done, forget about it, took time. It
Right.
did because there would be roles that I really, really wanted, and I would study. I'd get a coach, and then I'd kill that audition. I'd feel amazing about it and get great feedback, and then don't book it. And sometimes it's not even about me; it's just the direction they take.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with my performance.
Yeah.
And being in the beginning of it, the stages, I didn't understand that. I was like, "But I'm good." But you said I was good. Like, I don't
Right.
understand. I did a great job. Why not book me? But
Right.
now that I've been in it for almost 23 years, I'm like, okay, I understand that scripts change, scenes change, characters change, and people when they audition, they go into the audition with the idea of how they envision the character to be. So
Right.
I envisioned it one way, and then the next person envisioned it a completely different way, and it may have been better for the direction they decided to go visually seeing this person audition.
Yes.
So
Oh my
now knowing that, it's easier for me to go, okay, I'll
God.
go in it with what I feel, and then I'm done when I walk out.
Yeah, you have to because
Yeah,
you can't anticipate what somebody's thinking or wanting or what you just have to read it, interpret it for yourself, and bring that
absolutely.
best work to the table.
But for me, it was a process. It wasn't overnight. It took a while for me
You
to
you
get there.
actually have a process that you
I did, yeah, I did. I'll speak for
tell us.
myself. Okay, so in the beginning, I had this process where I'd grieve it, I'd cry, I'd get upset, and then I would write out the pros and cons. And then when the role was like aired and I'd see the actor,
Yes.
okay, completely different for me. Yep, they actually did a fantastic job. I didn't even think to play it that way. Makes sense. They're more open-minded than I am.
I can see how that would help in letting go of the idea that that should have been me.
Yeah. Because sometimes, like in the beginning, like when I first started, like from when I was in high school, yeah, oh my gosh, I was so narrow-minded and no, this is bull crap. And I wouldn't even give that person a chance. Like, no, they're terrible. Oh my gosh, their name's not even, I don't even like their name. Like, just me taking it personal, right? And now that I'm older and I've lived life a little more and I've experienced life in different elements, I'm like, okay, everything makes sense on how things are supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason. And if I didn't book it, it doesn't mean I'm bad. It just means there's something else meant for me.
It's true. And it may not be the way that the director or the writer saw the character.
Exactly.
So, you know, and I only can say that now because I looked at you the other day because I got permission to write like a screenplay for my new book, The Adventures of Recovering Sex
I
Addict.
remember you telling me that. Congratulations.
So
by the
I'm
way.
like, I see, thank you. So I'm looking at every Black actress that I see now. I'm always like, like it's so different the way that I'm approaching. And I know you guys are all amazing, but now
you're looking at it from
you
different
have the
perspectives.
character from a different perspective. And it's
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
totally different. And it's totally not personal.
No, it's not. It's just
Yeah.
the vision. It's just the vision you see in the moment for the scene. And it is what it is.
No, but I know the character for you. I know who you are.
Mhm.
I know who
Ooh,
it's gonna be
I like this.
for another time. That will be
Okay, this is a conversation afterwards.
Yes, we'll do another one. But
Okay.
you said something really interesting about when your mom taught you about, you know, that kindness for weakness thing.
Yeah.
And tell me about a time where you felt like you needed to assert yourself on set. Who was it directed to? Could you tell a little story about where you felt like, you know, I need to stand up for myself a little bit here?
Yeah. Okay.
Fear of like losing your job because, you know.
Nope, I can actually. There's this one film I did. I don't recall. I don't think I auditioned for it at the time. I think they liked my look and they saw my reel.
Yes.
And at this point, I had already done 2 seasons of The Good Witch, so it was in the nursing area because I played a nurse on the
Yes,
on the
I mean,
series.
you played a nurse, you played a detective. You do those roles well.
Thank you, appreciate that. So they asked my agent if I'd be able to play this particular role, and I said, okay, yeah, of course. Like, who's going to turn down an offer? Like, I would never turn down unless it's something I'm not comfortable with naturally.
Right.
So I arrived a half hour early before my call time, and the trailer wasn't ready. So I was trying to look for somebody to sign in. There was nobody to find, and then I found the hair and makeup section. Walked into the trailer, and the energy was negative. They seemed irritated, like they were done, and they were waiting on me, and they didn't want to really do makeup on me. The young lady that was doing my hair, she'd never done black hair before, and she called it out. She looked at me and she was like, "Is that all your hair?"
Oh my God, we were talking about this just the other day. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I'm so used to it now. I don't even take it personal. Like now when I go, if I book anything, I always straighten my hair unless it's requested to be wavy or curly, just because I know that they don't know how to do it, right?
Yes, come on, Canada. We got to do better with that.
So
Diversity inclusion isn't just about the faces on like in front of the camera.
no,
You need them backstage
backstage
too.
as well. Yes, absolutely. I agree. But it got better, I think, after this experience. But they were just irritated. Anyway, they changed the script. They changed my scene on set. So I went from like a page of lines to like 4 or 5 pages of dialogue, and they wanted me to memorize this in 40 minutes. And I'm like, okay,
Oh my God.
I need more time than that. There's no way I'm going to be able to memorize an entire monologue in 40 minutes, word for word. I need time. So then they want me to come in to do the blocking. I'm following the AD into the room, and the director was trying to block the scene, sorry. And he made a comment. He goes, who is this actor? Who is this actor that's coming in to do this part? And they're like, oh, JaNae Armogan. And he's like, why do we even need her? Like, with this, like, we could make this scene without her. Like, this is a waste of time and a waste of money. And then the AD's like, she's standing right here.
Oh my
And he's
God.
like, oh my gosh, hi, JaNae. Oh my God, so nice to meet you. I'm so-and-so. It's such a pleasure to have you on set. We're so excited. I'm irritated at this point, right? I'm like,
That's madness. What? Did this really happen?
yeah. And he's like, we're just trying to figure out how to do the scene because something went wrong with the script. I said, yeah, I realized that because I just got a few pages worth of dialogue and I was informed to memorize this within 40 minutes. And he goes, oh, is that enough? Is that not enough time for you? And I said, no, I need more time than that. And he's like, okay, no problem. Well, we'll just send you to your trailer. And I went to the trailer and I called my agent and I told her everything. And she was like, okay, you can do one of two choices. If you want, you can walk off, or you can stand up and do the scene. I said, okay. I called my mom, and my mom's like, okay, JaNae, this is what I was talking to you about, having the backbone. So if you walk out, they win, because they don't want you there to begin with. So
Right.
I suggest you just stand up, do what you do best, and be you. And I said, you know what? I needed that, Mom. She goes, JaNae, you're good at what you do. If you weren't good at what you do, they wouldn't have offered you the freaking part.
Right.
I said, fair enough. But she's like, so go and remember who you are. You are a strong,
Ooh.
Black, confident woman, and you are my child. And my child does not fall for anything. Do you understand me? I said, yes, Mommy. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
And so I went in there like, okay, this is how we're going to do it. If you guys are going to shoot me from the back, or shoot with the star's face in front of me, just have the script in front of me and I'll read it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that's how it was done.
so
And
you
then
can do that.
I did do that. I did request it. I mean, they could say no, or they, it's up to them. But I was like, I'm not going to suffer and make myself feel like crap and have anxiety and stress out over
Right.
your faults. You know
Right.
what I mean? You gave me a script to memorize and be ready for. I arrived on time. Nobody did my hair. I had to do my own hair. Nobody did my makeup. I had to do my own makeup. You give me a script now that's completely different from what I memorized, and tell me to memorize in 40 minutes. This is not realistic for me.
Crazy.
And I'm not even a principal actor. You know what I mean? Like, I am a guest star.
Oh, wow.
Right. So it's like, this is,
Put some respect on her name.
yeah. So it ended up working out, and I felt really good about myself after it was done. And they ended up cutting out my part completely. So it worked out. Yeah.
Wow.
did.
You still did what you had to do.
I did. I still feel good at the fact that I stood up and I was like, no, this is how I think I should do it if this is what you want from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're putting together that reel,
hmm
and it's very impressive because it's pretty diverse. You have a sci-fi alien monster. There's this one that I saw with you as like the catty girlfriend.
Oh, the Christmas movie. Yeah.
Is that the OWN?
Yes, that's the own one. Yeah.
Talk to me about working with the OWN network.
Oh, that was fun. That was actually shot in Ottawa in July, in the summertime. So it was
July?
challenging. No, it was last year.
Okay.
Last year, July. So it was challenging because it's like 32-degree weather and we're all in turtlenecks and coats.
Oh
and,
my God, because it's Christmas.
Yeah. It's a Christmas movie, and they had to turn the air off inside the buildings for sound, right? So I'm
Oh
like
my
literally patting us down and making sure we're not glossy to make it look like it's winter. But the crew was amazing. The audition was a lot of fun. I've never played feisty. I've never played sassy like that. So
Really?
I know. So it was really fun to be that way. My sister's more sassier than me, so I kind of just mimicked my sister, to be honest with you.
You see,
Yeah.
you get to pull from everywhere. That other girl played it. You guys played off of each other so well. That other actress, that was
Megan.
yes, she
Yes,
was so funny to see the.
Yeah, because there was a scene when she's at the house and I show up and she's kind of like saying her feelings to him, and I knew it was going to happen because I could see a mile away that she was in love and all that stuff. And I'm like in her face saying all this attitude. And I remember when the director yelled cut, she's like, I want to punch this bitch in the face. I started laughing and she's like, no, you're playing it so well. Like, I really hate you right now. I'm like, thank you.
I know. I don't know how to take that.
I don't know if that's a compliment or yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So that confidence comes from your mom. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
What, in your opinion, what do you think makes a set run well? Like as an actor coming on set, what makes you feel comfortable being there?
Great energy.
Hmm.
Positive energy.
Do they talk to people and say, okay, guys, this is what's going to happen? When you go on set, what's going on?
It depends, I think, on the set. It depends on what production you're working on. I've never had a regular series role, so they usually do that with the regulars, and then the guest stars and the reoccurrings come in afterwards. From my experience, all the crew and the cast talk to each other. They all introduce each other. Like, I think Star Trek is a perfect example. When I arrived on set, I met everybody. Everybody was very friendly. Even the star, I can never shit.
It's okay because the more money you make, the happier people are.
That's true too. Well said. Well said. But when I did Rookie Blue of years back, they had a table read first. So you met the cast and crew. We did the table read, and then on the day, I think it was a 7-day shoot. So I was there for I think 3 or 4 days. And every day, everybody was friendly. Everybody brought treats. Everybody told jokes. Like it was just such a comfortable vibe to the point where, like, when I wrapped, I was like, "Am I really done? You sure? You guys don't need anything else from me?" And they're like, "Oh my God, we love you. You're so fun." But yeah, we're done. Oh my God.
Wow.
But yeah, I think
oh, we need to get out of here.
yeah, just let her go home. Go home. You're too happy. No, but I think positive energy is very important. If the vibe is good, it goes smoothly. Everybody gets along. Everybody's very helpful. Everybody's hands-on. Everybody accommodates. I think that's what helps a great set. Definitely.
Yeah. Now you've been on many different productions. It must be amazing to be a working actor, but it wasn't always like that. So at what point did it become like, okay, now I'm booking things?
Consistent.
Yeah.
You want me to be honest?
Yes. July.
Yeah, like literally 3 years ago.
Okay, I thought you were gonna be like 1 year ago.
No, like 3 years ago. But it's so ironic because it's like I've been doing this for 23 years. So
What?
20 years, I've always had a part-time job, just
Hence
in
why I
case.
met you at the Rogers Center.
Yes, I worked there for like 10 years, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and then I had my son, so I became full-time at home. But it worked out because after I had my son, I started booking. I started
Oh,
booking more
that's
back to back
interesting.
to back to back. Yeah, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But I remember my cousin in LA, he's an actor as well. He was like, listen, he's like, babies bring luck on set. He goes,
Honestly.
watch, when you have your son, you're gonna be busy. I'm like, really? You think so? And he goes, trust me, you're going
Yeah,
to be
because they
busy.
got to be taken care of.
Yeah. So my fiance, he took maternity leave, so it worked out. So when
Oh,
I was working, he was home with baby, or they would travel with me because he's newborn, so I couldn't be with too long, right?
of
So I'd be like,
course.
need him close.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just 3 years ago, it's been consistent. But before that, I would have part-time jobs just to keep ends meet. Yeah, absolutely.
10 years of free Blue Jay games. I'm just so jealous. That's the first thing that went through my mind.
2 games. This sucks. Yeah, no, I did. Yes, that was, and then that was a good year. The 2016, 2015 were the good years for the Blue
Yeah.
Jays. They
Oh
made
my
season and
I
oh,
still I thought it was gonna happen this year. Like I was like, ooh,
we were close.
this
We
is
were
feeling
close.
like that moment again. And this
They
is
got
just
far
like
though. They got far. I gotta
I
give it
can't
to
even
them,
talk
man.
about it fully. People were fully messaging me like my condolences and
Oh, this is a heartfelt conversation for you.
it
Absolutely.
is. It really is.
No, but it's about time the Jays win a series, man. We're way overdue. We are
I
way
know.
overdue on
I
that.
want to feel that moment again.
I hear you, girl. I hear you.
I remember being in the stands and looking at I think it was Kelson or one of the people there
Mhm.
and saying, and Edwin was up to bat. And I
Right.
was like, he's gonna hit a home run.
Boom.
And then he hit that home run that made everything explode.
I think
called
the
it.
entire stadium vibrated. I think it
Yes.
was almost like a mild earthquake. Yeah,
Honest to
everybody
God,
went crazy.
that's exactly how I experienced it. I had beer everywhere. I was like, oh my God.
No, I remember because we weren't allowed to serve alcohol to the 7th because people were going crazy. We could only do it to the 5th, and we had to stay out of that. Like got crazy. We had to stay up at the top of the stairs because people were going nuts, and everything changed because you could keep the cans. Nope, couldn't keep the cans anymore. Had to have them in plastic cups because people were throwing cans on the field when a bad play was made. It was crazy. Do you remember when Batista hit that home run though?
Oh, come on.
He flipped the bat. It was
Come on.
so epic and honored to be there at the same time.
Be there, exactly.
Oh,
Let me just stay focused.
oh, sorry. Yeah, we're getting off topic. Okay.
I'm sorry, people. I am such a huge baseball fan, and it's so great to know that you were there with me during those moments.
Yes,
It was really, really fun.
Good time.
You're really great at promoting yourself, I feel. Like,
Aw.
is that something that just innately happens, or is it something that you studied or
Nope. I
Mhm.
was when I was 16 and I decided I wanted to be an actor, I was so hungry. I did research how to promote. I had a website, I had business cards, I had like little model flyers, and I'd carry them with me because if I ever ran into somebody, because somebody always be like, "Oh, do you model? Do you have a good look?" And I'd give them a business card, and it would have my website, my agent's information. I did not play. I went to LA by 26, and I was back and forth from LA till about 34, and then
Wow.
I came back because my mom got really, really bad, so I
Yeah.
couldn't leave anymore. I wanted to stay and take care of her, but I would walk into casting offices, hand in headshot and resumes with a cover letter, introduce myself. If I had a reel, I would hand a reel. But at that time, I wasn't working and doing gigs. So I would do monologues or scene studies just to show my craft. Just to show how. So it's when you do a scene with another actor and they record it. Like it's like a workshop. Actors know what the workshop is. Yeah. So I would use those. I would do a lot of workshops and they would give us scenes. We would perform the scenes and they'd give us copies and we could critique on ourselves, just feedback on what to work on, etc. And whatever I was happy with, I would use as a reel until I started getting work and could get copies of my work.
So what stage did you get an agent? So you were doing all of that on your own, but then
yes, till I got an agent shortly after high school. I want to say my theater teacher from Jean Vanier, Miss Jacques Vermeer, Marguerite. I know she's gonna kill me for saying her name. She was my first agent. She got me into theater. Okay, let me give you a quick story. So
yes, I love it.
I initially wanted to do track and field. I wanted to be a track and field athlete. That was my goal.
Star.
And yes, that was my goal. That was what I wanted to be when I grew up. And then my scholarship year, I broke my leg.
What?
It was an accident. It wasn't even on purpose. Homegirl was we're doing 4x1. She was running. She lost rhythm in her run. She fell in my lane and I flipped over her and I landed on my leg wrong. But because I had adrenaline, I didn't feel the leg break until I stood up and it popped and it swole like a pineapple and they had to carry me off. And I had to wear a brace. I had to wrap it. And my doctor was like, you need to keep yourself busy and keep yourself off your legs. So I did theater because it was supposed to be easy. And all I had to do was sit in class and do nothing. But I actually was intrigued and learning about acting and performances and monologues and different types of characters. And when I decided to participate, my teacher was like, you've got a gift. And I'm like, do I? She's like, yeah, I want to coach you. So she helped me with my stage fright. She helped me learn how to project with my stomach and not my throat, so I wouldn't lose my voice. Right. I used to do music, so she taught me to do music theater. She introduced me to auditioning for Lion King. She had to talk me into it, though. I was really nervous. I'm like, no, I'm not ready. She's like, if you want to be an actor, what do you think actors do? They perform in front of people. You're good at it, so move aside and just pretend you're just in your own room. And that's what I used to do. I used to just block out everybody so I could get the scene done. And she's like, you don't realize how good you are. And then she recorded me and I watched it back and I was like, wow, I actually have a lot of potential. And then I showed it to my mom and mom was like, yeah, you're actually really good.
Yeah.
My mom did not play. If I was bad, she'd call me out. She'd be like, no. I remember when I used to do singing and I used to practice and she'd give me songs to sing. And if the note was off, she'd be like, nope, you're flat. Do it again. No, you're not. You're breathing through your mouth. You know what? Go back upstairs and practice until you get it right.
Wow.
Yeah, man. My mom didn't play, but I'm thankful for that because it made me the person that I am.
Absolutely.
Right? So
I find it really ironic that you literally broke a leg and that's what they tell people to do in theater. Like what?
Yeah, legit. Isn't that crazy? And it was great. It was hurting my leg that got me into the industry in the first place.
Oh my God, not to be biblical, but it reminds me. I was listening to the sermon the other day where they talked about the story about Jacob wrestling with the angel, and the angel had to pop his ligament out or whatever.
Right.
So that he would limp. And it was like the sermon was saying that God had to for those of us that are going headstrong in one direction, sometimes he literally has to disable us.
Physically stop us.
Physically
stop us. Yeah.
And so that we can be
redirect
because we're not listening.
Maybe that was my situation because I was so tunnel visioned and wanting to be a runner and that was it. And my dad was like, okay, but you need something to fall back on because you can't run for the rest of your life. You're going to get older. And then I got into acting. He was, JaNae, remember when I said fall back on something? Yeah, acting's not something to fall back on. So it took a while for my dad to get on board. And I did my very first short film and it was in a film festival and we did the whole red carpet thing. And when he saw me on the big screen, he turned to me and he goes, oh shit, man. Okay. This is what you want to do? All right.
What's your background?
A Guyanese Indian and African American.
Oh wow.
Indian and Black. My dad was from Guyana. My mom's from Detroit, Michigan.
I have to say, Guyanese people drive me crazy, but they're so smart.
No, they do drive me crazy, so I understand.
No, they drive me crazy in a good way, but they're so intelligent. These people, they're very. And when I say intelligent, I'm talking about a thought process that they go through. They're wise.
Very.
Americans are wise too, but Guyanese people mix their intelligence and their wisdom in such a way
I think,
Obviously, I'm generalizing.
yeah, no, but I understand what you mean. I feel like that has a lot to do with life experiences. Like, I feel like,
Survival.
yeah, Caribbean people, like living in the Caribbean, the lifestyle is so different than
Yeah.
living in North America. So they
Yes.
have to get wiser faster. They have to grow up faster. So
Yes.
I like the fact that you said that they're really wise, because yes, I agree with you. They are wise on a level that I would never understand until I'm taught. And I'm at an age now where I can listen and not be like, okay, this person thinks they know what they're talking about. But because I used to be like that. Oh, this person thinks they know. Let me just let them speak. And then when they're done, I'll educate. But now I'm like, oh, okay, let me learn, because this is knowledge I didn't know. But I've never been to Guyana. So I have family. Yeah. So when I hear my dad's friends and stuff talk about Guyana, I take it in now, because I'm like, they live there. They're from there. They would know. Why do I think I know everything? I need to stop being so bullheaded. You think I'm a tourist, but I'm not. But
It's that twin side.
yeah, it's the other twin baby. It's the other side of me. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, but my first agent. Sorry, you said first agent.
And
So
what tease out the difference between an agent and a manager? Would an
Okay.
actor have both?
An actor can have both. I don't believe they have managers here. I did encounter one manager. Well, she had claimed that she was a manager, but she didn't do manager things. She did agent things.
She would claim.
She did. She said she was a manager. And then the agent that I'm with now, when we kind of dissected it and did more research, most managers are in LA because it's bigger. And they're more of the promoting side of things. They're more of reminding of schedule of things. Agents don't do that. Agents just submit you for things, get you the audition, and get you in the room.
Okay.
Managers can do the same thing, but they can't negotiate contracts or any type of paychecks or anything like that. Only an agent can do that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good information for people.
Yeah, no, it is. It's good to know, because a lot of people don't know the difference. And I think it's important to know so you don't get gypped. No, you
Right.
should know, because your own family member can be a manager. You can hire a family member to be a manager,
Right.
and they could be like an assistant, but they also have the reminders of things that you're supposed to do. If you're supposed to be on set, they can accommodate that. If the set doesn't accommodate that, like, they're almost like assistants to a certain extent. And
Okay.
then you have the managers that can submit you for auditions. And if they say, no, we're not looking for that look, they can promote you. Well, wait, hold on. Hear me out. Give me a chance. Look at her resume. Why don't you look at this video? I'm telling you, if you get her in the room, you won't be like, they do that type of thing.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
agents are like, okay, nope, they don't want you. We'll try next time.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're a little bit removed from you personally.
Yes, but their roster is usually a lot bigger than a manager's. Managers have a smaller clientele, from my experience.
Yes.
And agents have bigger rosters. So they don't really have, some of them, let me rephrase, they don't make the time, because my agent and I have a great relationship. I've been with her for over 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like she's a friend first. She was there when my father passed. She was there when my mom passed. She's been really accommodating for me, because most agents, if you go through something drastic or traumatic, they give you the time and they put you on the back burner. She didn't. She was like, when you're ready, I'm
Right.
here. And then I would do a performance for her. If she thought I needed help, she would help look into workshops that I could take that were affordable in my budget. Like, she's I'm thankful for her. I really am.
And I think an actor would need to know what kind of person they need to work with based on who they are.
Yes.
So sometimes you might want somebody like that. And
Yes.
if they don't have the time to give that to you, then
Right.
maybe you have to move on to the next person.
Right. And then some people just want an agent that just gets them into the room. It's all money, right? Like, well, I just want to make money. So just get me in the room. I don't want no relationship other than booking. Call me when I book or when I have an audition. Some are like that. And that's okay. It's
I'm not
okay.
sure if that's what you want.
Yeah. But me being an empath, I like communication. I like relationships. I like being able to feel comfortable and being able to come to you and talk to you about anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do you have designs on writing or producing, having a production company?
Well, my sister and I are
Uh-huh.
actually in the process of writing a few scripts.
Nice.
I'm throwing ideas. She's the writer. I'm not going to take no credit for this. She is the writer, and she'll tell me the story, and I will give her feedback.
Okay.
So I'm the feedbacker. I'm the one that's like, oh, what if you add this? Or what if he's like this? Or what if you do
You're like
this?
the ad lib. So she's the
Yeah.
rapper and you're in the back like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the hype man.
Right.
So we're in the process of trying to do our own thing at this point, because we've been doing it for a long time now. I feel like I'm experienced enough to know how things work in the productions of things behind the scenes. And
Yes.
I have had development friendships of some directors and stuff that I've worked with. So
Yeah.
they give me like great feedback, and I feel like it's all there. It's just a matter of putting the pieces together at this point.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a little bit of the word. So I'm gonna say a word, and you're gonna tell me what comes up for you when I say this word. Breath.
Breath,
Breath. There you go.
release, relaxation, release,
Yes.
stress free,
Mhm.
breathe,
I like it. Yeah.
calm down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I felt like I needed one right there.
it helps. It does.
Okay. Johnny Depp.
Ah, Captain Jack Sparrow.
That was so funny. That was good.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I love that character.
You did that so well. And
Oh.
you're British, and the British accent woman.
I mean, I have my moments where I like to talk British, but I'm not really that good. I need to work on it a lot. But
Oh,
Johnny
wow.
Depp is absolutely an amazing actor, and I would love to work with him one day. Although I feel like if I did work with him, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably be bloody scared because he's so bloody talented. You know what I mean? So it's just mind blowing for Johnny Depp. I love Johnny
Wow.
Depp.
How is it that you get falling into these accents? Because you're Canadian,
Oh.
Chinese parents, and you're African American.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the passion of loving the accents and just wanting to do it so bad. Like, it's funny because the British accent was the first accent I learned, and
Okay.
it was from Rachel Weisz in The Mummy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, love that movie. My favorite Richard Simmons movie of all times, the first two with Brendan Fraser. But like ever since I heard her talk, I was like, I want to try and do a British accent. And then I saw Lord of the Rings. I'm like, now I really want to do a British
Oh,
accent.
wow.
And my mom's like, well, try. And I'm like, I don't know how to try. So I would try like one line. And then when I like aced that line, I started reading and trying to pronounce. And it kind of just
So you're
happened from
speaking to
there.
something really important that I think actors should know is practice.
Practice,
Well,
yeah.
not Allen Iverson practice, which assumes you're already good at it, but I mean like real practice.
No, legit. If you want to upkeep the skills, you have to practice. You got to use it. It's like learning a different language. If you speak
Literally.
Spanish, yeah, if you have to keep it, because if you don't, you lose it. You forget about it, and then you forget how to pronounce things. That goes with anything, though, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You said accents, so there are other accents.
Did I?
You
Did I hear?
You did. Run back the tape. No, I'm just kidding. So what other accents do you do?
I can only I can do a Spanish accent. I can do a Russian accent, but I can only do the Russian accent with a line from a movie. I'm not good at talking in sentences yet, so I
Okay,
won't do that yet. I'm not ready for that.
what's the line from the movie?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Have to go to hospital. Need have Russian name for baby. Can't have baby here. Have to go to hospital.
That's really good.
Thank you.
That's very, very good. I tried when I was doing my talk, I was talking about a French guy that I had talked to before and how he was speaking French. I was like, oh yeah, speak French to me. And then he broke it and spoke in English. And I was like, oh, he
That's
tried to speak English and it felt so much
It's
different than
because it's separated. It's like
yeah.
different parts. Yeah.
It
No, I
sounds
can.
like me trying to speak French.
Oh, stop. Can you speak French?
No, I cannot. Un peu.
I know one word in French. Only one.
One word.
One bloody word.
And it's
And
not
it's not
bonjour.
bonjour. No.
Okay.
Okay, so I know two words. I know two words.
What's the other word?
Merde.
Oh, like is that
A
the
swear word. It's a swear
shit
word.
or something?
It's something like that. It's yeah. No, I think it's the F word.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Merde. Merde. Yeah. That's
They,
the one.
I know they like to swear with a lot of like religious terminology, like the tabernacle, and I know that's like really taboo to say.
Ooh.
So let's not do that here.
Okay. We probably should keep this PG-13.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna go into some quotes.
Okay.
Although, another word that I had for you actually was humor. You're one of those actors that really mix your beauty and intelligence with your humor. You're not afraid to do like the weird or the ugly or the awkward.
No, not at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're human. We're human. We're human and we're beautiful. I believe we're beautiful no matter what we look like in somebody's eyes. People are going to judge. People are going to criticize. People are going to say whatever they want. And usually it's a case of making them feel better. It's an insecurity thing from my experience of researching why people would say mean things about people in general.
Yeah.
But I want people to know, like, thank you so much for saying that I'm beautiful. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But
I
I'm,
said
but
you're
I'm,
intelligent, and then I said you were also funny. My sister was
thank
saying this,
you.
yeah, no, my sister was saying this the other day at my house to my friend's little girl. Hi, Imani. This is for you, Imani. We talked about how cute she was. And my sister was making a point of making sure that you don't just tell a little girl that she's cute.
Mm,
As you're cute and you're smart
smart.
and you're funny. Like those that aspect is what makes us beautiful.
Yes.
It's not just one thing over another.
No, it's not. And I think that was, or because I think the world is changing now, and people taking recognition for everybody in all shapes and sizes, all images, all frames. And I think that's important because self-esteem is serious. Confidence is a beautiful thing to have. Everybody has confidence. You just need to be reminded that it's there,
Yeah.
right? Because you have so much negativity around you, and negativity can be so strong. Do you know that it takes 5 positive words or 5 positive sentences to overpower 1 negative word? It's crazy how strong negativity is. So I think it's important to let people see me in all elements, because I'm not perfect. I have gray hair. I color my hair. I pull it out when it's in the front. Yeah, man. I wear makeup. Yeah, I have dark circles under my eyes. I have puffiness up in there somewhere, but I'm hiding it. Thank you. Thank you. I hid it well. I hid it well. But at the end of the day, I like being a spiritual person. We're God's children, and we're perfect.
Yeah, we're whole and complete.
Yeah, we're perfect the way we are, and you need the right person to remind you of that.
Exactly.
And if I help with the posts, because I'm really adamant about posting things like that to remind people, because depression is real.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody goes through it, even people who are beautiful, even people who have perfect lives. Depression is a serious emotion to deal with.
Absolutely.
It's nothing to F with. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to know that you matter. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I may not know you, but when I do, I appreciate you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's important.
I
Yeah.
love that, because I'm going to go to the quote because it's a nice segue into it, where you say, nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. And you have an obsession with water.
I have
And
a
so
problem.
do I.
I have a problem. Yep. I love
A good problem.
Listen, I truly believe that I was an ocean in a past life. I'm not even kidding you. I feel like,
Caribbean Ocean.
yeah, salt water, name it, man, Alaska, whatever. I feel like the water is such a beautiful element of the world, and it's so dangerous at the same time. It gives life as well as take life away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is a powerful element to mess with. It's a beautiful thing to look at. There's so many different things that live in the water that we know nothing about. And I honestly appreciate people who go into the ocean and discover these things. I will never be one of them, because I am not that curious. Yeah, I respect it enough. I love it and I respect it, but I'm not testing the waters with you either. But the ocean is probably my favorite element. It's my favorite element. Yeah.
I love it. And then another quote that really stood out for me is, know the world in yourself. Never look for yourself in the world. Talk to me. It's so beautiful.
Because it goes back to the saying of us being here for a reason. We all have purpose. We are all here. We're on a mission. And you're the only person that can discover it. People can tell you and guide you in different directions when you're lost, which is perfectly okay, because let's just face facts, as being human beings, we all get lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all need guidance from time to time.
Exactly.
But to know your ground, to know what you want, even if it's the temporary space, like, I want to be a massage therapist.
Yes.
You go through the practice, you go through the elements, you go to school, you do all the research, you get all the knowledge of doing it, and you finally get it and you realize, don't want to do it anymore. That's okay. You know why? Because your purpose of trying to pursue it was its journey. It's the journey that matters more than the destination. And I know that's a cliche saying, but it's so true, because it's the journey that makes you wiser in knowing yourself and knowing the people around you and knowing what you're capable of and knowing what you'll take chances with, what you won't take chances. You grow.
Yes.
It's
I call it a setup tape.
Nice.
You're being set up for what you need to be doing next.
Yep, absolutely.
doesn't matter what you choose. I think even
Absolutely.
TD said that to his son, who was like, I'm afraid to choose which way to go because I might get it wrong.
But there's no wrong way,
But wherever you are
is where you're supposed to be.
is where you are.
Absolutely. That's why I say, like, to a lot of people who get lost or like are in relationships they're unsure of, or people that don't agree with relationships that people are in. It's
Yeah,
so easy for people to give you feedback because you're outside looking in, but
exactly.
you're not in it, right? So I could always say what you want me to say, but at the end of the day, you have to live with the decision you make. So be happy with what you want to do. Don't ask me what I should do or what you think I think you should do. Do what your gut tells you to do, because your gut will never steer you wrong.
Exactly. I
You
love
know? Yeah.
it. Okay. What is it that you still thirst for the most in life?
Learning.
So it's constant. You have a thirst for it because you said before you were hungry for
Yeah. I was hungry for acting, and I'm still learning, even though I've done it for so long. There's always every experience I've had on set has never been the same.
Okay.
It's always been different. Always been different. And I'd have to really think about an example for you, but learning, I think, is so important because I feel like knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? When you know, you're good.
Absolutely. It sets up, it's again, it's a setup. It's
Yeah.
part of the setup
Yes, exactly.
for where you want to go. Absolutely.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't know where you want to go, and that's okay too, just the same. Just go. Like water, just flow. Just
Yeah.
flow where it takes you, and then when you get there, you figure it out,
Yes. Yes.
right?
There was something I wanted to ask you about. I wanted you to finish a statement,
Okay.
and I can't find it. I'm looking through, I'm like here looking through, like, where's that thing I wanted her to finish saying? But before you answer that,
Okay.
I wanted to know also how do you know when a director is competent? And I ask you this for selfish reasons because I know I'm going to be starting to learn how to do this.
Mhm.
I just want to know from an actor's perspective, what do you guys look to the director for? And when has it been good and bad on set?
Hmm. For me personally, vision.
Yeah, okay. Then if it's vision, I'm good.
Yeah, it's vision. For me, like from my personal reasonings, it would be vision, and that's only because everybody's vision is different.
That's
And
for
I,
sure.
and I'd also would want the director to be open-minded in hearing my vision. Because
Mm,
you do have some that are
vision.
yes, because you do have some that are adamant about their vision and want it done a particular way, which is completely okay. And then you have some that are like, oh, I don't know, the scene doesn't really work. I can't see this. JaNae, do you see what do you see your character doing in this scene?
Right.
Do you see this? And I'm like, oh, like, you're asking me for feedback? Yeah, because we're just trying to figure out the scene, and the way I'm seeing it, it's not going the way I want. But you're playing her. So how do you see this scene with this character? And then I give yep, that's perfect. Okay, let's do that.
Oh wow.
Really? Amazing. Yeah.
I think it was Lenora, who's also been on Star Trek before.
Mhm.
Samora. I'm
Oh,
saying.
Samara, yeah. I
Was
love her.
talking
Hi,
about-
Samara.
Hi, Samora. Talking about a term, and I can't remember the term she used, but she was talking about how when somebody like a writer who
Mhm.
has done something, and then you start giving them feedback,
Yes.
at what point do you want to say slow down because this person's not giving you credit for what you're contributing? Like you have to be
Mm.
careful of how much you contribute to
Yes,
it.
that is very true.
Yeah.
That's a hit or miss. Like that for me, it depends on the vibe. Because if you give a feedback in the beginning and they go with it and not really give you recognition or acknowledgement, then you know where it stands. But if they're like, that was a really good idea, I really appreciate that we're just going to write that down up, and like they'll communicate that with you, then there's the opportunity of them giving you the recognition. Oh, that was really great. Oh, that was all such and such's idea.
That's if that person has integrity to do that.
Yeah.
So would you go tell your agent that this cat, you will know, you'll feel it.
Yeah, like I don't, depending like situations like that, I don't really tell my agent, but I'm not the type of person that's looking for credit everywhere. I just like to help.
Yeah.
So for me, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Let your sister do it though, because that's what she wants to do.
Correct. Yes. That would be
Correct.
more of my sister's element. Absolutely. Because
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, Sean, let's show so-and-so script. No, I have to copyright it first. I can't just send them to JaNae because they can send
Yes.
ideas. Oh, right. I didn't think about that. That's absolutely true. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But for me, I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. You want to share the idea? Cool. But if they take it, I would confront, I'd call out, I didn't appreciate that. I would like to have some recognition on my work. And if there's a battle, I've learned my lesson and know not to do it again. Right.
And keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important to move forward. You shouldn't sit and dwell on spoiled milk because it's gone. It's done.
It's bad.
Water under the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. I found the thing. Okay. Finish this. Finish this sentence.
Okay.
People need to be better at,
Respecting each other.
and why?
Because we're all our own individual and not everybody lives the same way as everybody else. Everybody is their own person. What works for you may not work for me. You don't have to like how I live, but you have to respect how I live.
I love it. That was really good. So what's next for you, my dear?
Okay, what's next for me? My son's birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday. What's his name?
Nathan.
Nathan, happy birthday. You've been so quiet and good.
Yeah, he's downstairs. He must be watching a really good show. He's usually up by now going, Mommy.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Happy birthday, Nathan. That's what else is coming up?
I've got a few auditions coming up, fingers crossed.
Yes.
But usually around this time, it gets pretty slow for me in the acting world. It's because it's close to U.S. Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Things start to shut down. Christmas, naturally,
Yes.
So I got a few auditions, fingers crossed, and see what happens. But as of right now,
I have to send you the book.
Yes, please.
There's a character in there that I want. I feel it even stronger now.
Oh, wow.
Character. I know that. And it's a good
Okay.
character. Even though she's not the main character,
Yeah.
it's a setup because there's something else about this character that I wrote on purpose.
Like a twist.
So it's really exciting.
Okay. Don't say anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're gonna talk offline for sure.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. I want to know more.
Yeah, we got to definitely talk about it. So
Okay.
anyway, how do we reach you if we want to interact with you or offer you roles?
You can do Instagram. JaNae Armogan is my Instagram name. I have a YouTube channel, same JaNae Armogan. It's got the whole Star Trek thing on there, so you can't miss me. It's me.
Can't miss her.
Yeah, and then you can always go through my agent, Amy Hines at Hines Management.
Amy Hines. Okay,
Yep.
that's a big shout out.
Yeah. Hi, Amy. I love you so much. Mwah. I hope you're watching.
Somebody that's watching online, Mike Truth is just clapping, which means he enjoyed the interview.
Oh, thank you.
It's funny because people come on the platform and they don't realize that the show gets played on multiple platforms.
Nice.
So sometimes we can't tell everybody who's watching it until later people start emailing. That was a great show. And I'm like,
amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it.
This is
Pleasant
amazing.
surprises. This is a pleasant surprise, honestly.
Oh, that's so great to hear. This was an amazing interview. Thanks so much, JaNae.
Oh, no. Thank you
So
for
glad
having
you were
me.
able to make it happen. Even you thought Nathan was going to interrupt.
Yeah, no, it worked out. Hey, surprises every single day, honestly.
Really an absolute perfect angel.
Thank you. For now, we'll see.
Yeah, that never cried. And thank you to your husband who holds you down and takes things like paternity leave so that you can work.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I am not to cut you off, but I am very fortunate to have a partner that supports my career like my parents did. And when things happen or when I book, he works around his schedule to make it happen. I am so thankful for that. I am.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And that's what we need to do. We need to work together,
Yeah.
have that reciprocity. And that's how you keep a family dynamic together. So
Absolutely.
thank you for dealing with the fact that I can hardly speak.
Oh, girl, you did great. What are you talking about? I can hear you this whole time.
I'm pretty shocked. I think the tea is finally kicking in. Thanks, Carla. My sister's here taking care of me.
Make sure she makes you another batch with some honey.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you'd like to advertise on our platform, we would love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at info@businesstakeout.com. I'm your host, LA Wei. Thank you for watching the Cocktale Hour. And don't forget, it's what you thirst for in life that moves you forward. take the step and let the adventures begin. We'll see you next Monday, everyone. Peace out.
If you enjoy our programming and want to help support Black entrepreneurship, please donate today. www.businesstakeout.com/donate.